The problem with Kemi Badenock is her photo op approach to politics. It's like Farage light. All we need are the dirty seaside postcards by Donald McGill, and they would be indistinguishable. I point out I rather like Donald McGill. This is not, however, serious politics. This is courting the latest headline. It's like a political ambulance chaser, and it's lazy politics. I repeat, this is the irritatingly ignavic Braverman out in force, the new leader of His Majesty's loyal opposition, and unless there's a photo opportunity, she doesn't seem interested in doing the work. It's lazy, indifferent, rubbish. And I'm sorry if this seems a very vivid and striking critique of somebody who's barely started, but it sets the stage for this broader exploration of Badenock's political style, which is, as I say, ignavic. And the comparison to Nigel Farage underscores the populist approach that thrives on headline chasing, media-oriented strategies, appeals to emotive, often divisive public sentiments. While Farage built a career blending provocation with strategic sound bites, Badenock's adaptation of this model, presented here as Farage light, combines symbolic gestures and rhetorical flourishes with an insistence on being straightforward or rude. And settling into an armchair at the Rickmansworth Conservative Club, a recent article says she reflects that she is enjoying her role as the leader of the opposition. Well, that's just her. It's not the rest of us. That could be read as candid and disarmingly offhand. What, me or her? Both. Her willingness to voice her unvarnished thoughts attracts criticism, but also differentiation from the bland crowd in Westminster. Yet this unfiltered nature, if overplayed, risks becoming the very photo-op politics that I think she should be criticised for, appearing as substance without substantial groundwork. And if she thinks that not being bland is to be rude and offensive, then she's wrong. Not being bland is to do your homework, and then perhaps fashion the occasional flourishing statement, but she doesn't do her homework. And Badenock's statements reveal an undercurrent of combative rhetoric aimed at Labour's approach to policy, particularly on financial matters affecting traditional constituencies such as farmers. I applaud her talking about farmers. Her portrayal of Labour's policies as out of touch with real-world business experience, yes, speaks of her limited background in finance, but juxtaposes sharply against the accusation of ambulance-chasing politics. Here lies the paradox. While she declares herself a defender of business and entrepreneurial values, her approach invites scrutiny for leaning into moments that lack the follow-through needed for serious policy discussions. Her remark about inheritance tax's impact on farmers is positioned as an insight into her understanding of economic vulnerability, yet we should argue that these issues are less about genuine engagement and more about amplifying politically convenient narratives for Badenock. Authentic conservatism, as she envisages, delineated from Labour's micro-policy or managerialism, positions her on the battleground of ideological clarity, but it's less nuanced than desired for broader statesmanship. She should be the statesman, not the headline writer, not the what's the person in adverts who writes the slogans. That's what she has become. And Badenock's resistance to what she perceives as political correctness and race-focused narratives, such as her response to Dawn Butler's controversial comments, also play into her strategy by downplaying racial identity as a key element of her political persona, emphasizing meritocracy, which is good. Badenock seeks to appeal to those fatigued by identity politics. However, the potential superficiality of this stance feeds the charge of indifference to deeper social issues, which are there. Because she's just doing the... what's it called? This thing that advertising does. Somebody will put it in the comments. It's not sign writing. It's anyway. It's pitching. It's pitching a slogan. That's all she's doing. She's sloganizing, copywriting. She's a Conservative Party copywriter. That's the word I was looking for. From her economic assertions to her strategic alliances, including with the US Republican Party, Badenock's posture as disruptor and challenger to the establishment has echoes of populist leaders' playbooks. And as she navigates her leadership, the challenge lies in balancing showmanship with the depth and detail needed to transcend the realm of photo opportunities into the studio of serious, impactful, grown-up policy. The conversation around non-crime hate incidents and the role of police also reflects Badenock's dedication to the principle of free speech, another arena where her actions resonate with those yearning for straightforward governance. But her approach remains reactive, focused on what she stands against rather than a robust portfolio of future-focused solutions, what she stands for. Her leadership risks embodying the very indifferent rubbish she is accused of, simply because she is copywriting, she is headline grabbing, she is ambulance chasing the latest fad, the latest headline in the Daily Telegraph. That is not what the leader of the Conservative Party, well, it's not what the leader of the opposition should be doing. The measure of her political endurance, the measure of her political ability, depends on whether she can evolve from headline chaser, second-rate copywriter, into comprehensive, credible leader. I wanted another C there, but I couldn't find one. But, it's, at the moment, she is useless. And she's making a lot of noise, and she's trying to fill a lot of paper with nonsense. And she's just taking up space until somebody is brave enough or clever enough to take over.